So there was a German investigation that led to them finding a chat room, this is just one chat room, where 70,000 members talked about horrific things. Any kind of abuse that you could imagine, everything from, emotional abuse to sexual abuse. And that is how they uncovered what was happening to Gisèle, and this is her husband, okay? Her husband, for 10 years, or that's kind of the time frame that they put on it, as far as we know, 10 years, was drugging her and letting random, strange men into their home to rape her while she was asleep and drugged and unconscious. He would document this. He would take videos and pictures of this. And this is not the only instant, but Gisèle was brave enough and courageous enough to not only prosecute, but to prosecute without anonymity. So she could have very well said, I want my name, out of the public. I want to remain anonymous. She said, no, I want the world to know who I am. I want the world to know what happened to me. And I think that is just incredibly brave and something that I hope should be an example if, God forbid, anyone else is in that situation, But it's not that easy, right? Because prosecuting these cases are very difficult. Most people that do these kinds of things never see a single day in jail. The statistics are ungodly. But 70,000 of these men, I just can't process that. I can't process how many men that is just in this one chat. And the FBI, it does estimate there is about 500,000 just child predators on the internet right now at any given time, so it's just horrific. In Gisèle's case, about 50 men were prosecuted and their sentences were wide-ranging. Her husband, though, did receive 20 years and she filed for divorce. This is the man that she married, the man that she loved, the man that she trusted, and again, we know it's not all men, right? But how do we know which men? How are we supposed to know which ones are not like this? You understand what I'm saying? They don't introduce themselves like, hi, my name is Ted and I like to rape people. No, they're probably some of the nicest, kindest people in their community. They're probably well respected within their community. And that is true with abuse on every level, from narcissists to rapists to all of this stuff. They are some of the nicest people outwardly to the world, and they select one individual to do horrific things too. A lot of the times it's people in positions of power, All of these men are from different countries, but that investigation, it was a year-long investigation that led to them figuring out what was happening to her. I'm going to read a little bit of this article. German investigators have uncovered a Telegram chat group with 70,000 members worldwide in which individuals share explicit advice on sedating and assaulting women. These groups, primarily communicated in English, included participants from various countries who exchanged detailed methods to incapacitate and abuse women, frequently targeting those within their own households, such as wives, partners, sisters, mothers. Their own household is where this was happening, to their family members. Let that sink in for a second. These men were talking about how they were doing this to their own family members. Then, to take it a step further, they were giving those instructions to help other people do the same thing. Okay. Members of such groups are even understood to have shared images and live videos of assaults, with some boasting about their actions, according to the French website 20 Minutes. Horrifyingly, they even supply links to online shops selling sedatives disguised as everyday products, facilitating the procurement of substances. Not to kind of take a turn here, but it's hard for me not to think about these two things because, TikTok shares data, right? It shares data with government agencies, and that's kind of what most apps do. Telegram, which is the app that this was happening on, refused to share the data with government officials. They're refusing to cooperate with the investigation. So users of Telegram know that the billionaire that created Telegram won't cooperate. They know that their data is protected, I guess. So that is why they're using Telegram to do all of these things. And it just makes me absolutely sick. Not Not that I'm a fan of the government knowing what I'm doing on my phone. Edward Snowden did, tell us that they were doing that a long time ago. And with the Patriot Act, everything just kind of revved up. So nothing that you do on your phone is ever private, really, or confidential. My family better bury me with my iPhone, okay? Only because my search history is so sporadic and weird. Just saying. And I understand it does get kind of murky when we're talking about our rights, our right to privacy, First Amendment rights, and all of that stuff. When using these apps, we don't want our data leaked in a compromising way, especially when it comes to our banking information and stuff like that. Totally understand. But when you have a chat room on a platform you created with 70,000 men doing this and you refuse to hand over that user data, fuck right off, dude. I want the list of those 70,000 men. I want to read the list. I will read all 70,000. I want their names, and I want to do my own girl world FBI Facebook investigation like any normal person. I can't be the only one that's an FBI agent. Give me that person's first name. I don't even need to know anything else about them, and I'll get you everything you need to know. I just go to my, computer. No? Come on. So this is not an American company. There's nothing that we can do. It's not like we can just subpoena to force the owner of Telegram to hand over any kind of data. And it's kind of why it was so successful in the first place. Telegram was created by a billionaire. I don't know if I'm saying their names right. Pavel and Nikolai Dervov. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They're Russian. Their headquarters are in Dubai. The users on the app, it's so many different countries. So I get it, the reason why these billionaires even left Russia is because they wouldn't hand over data of Ukrainian protesters to government agencies. And then they created Telegram and we should get privacy and all of that. But at the end of the day, we're talking about 70,000 men actively doing that and then helping other men do that. And it's just absolutely horrific. I doubt we'll ever get all of the names because of that, because they're in Dubai. But hopefully more justice is carried out and we see, not that I want to see these cases, but I want to see them prosecuted. I want to see all of these people held accountable for doing all of this for God knows how long they've been doing it. So that's really all I have. It's a messed up and awkward case. It's why I'm so weird about my kids having phones. My oldest does. She's 12 and a half, and we use Bark. It's an app that monitors all the things happening on a kid's phone. My kids don't have social media, and everything is heavily monitored through my own parental features that I have on my iPhone and also through the Bark app. I'm not paid to tell you guys about them. I really like the company. You could also get a Bark phone. They do make those, and it's a company that I trust. I can leave a link if you guys want me to in the description box down below. I'm going to end today's video here. As always, I love you guys. Stay safe, stay sober, whatever that looks like to you, and I will see y'all in my next one.